find everything you need today?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Oh, God. No.
Everything okay, ma'am?
It's just that you've only scanned a few items and it's already $60. I'm so scared.
Okay, I'm a trained professional, ma'am. I've scanned a lot of groceries. I need you to stay with me.
It's just that my in-laws are in town and they want a charcuterie board.
This isn't going to be easy, so I need you to be brave, all right? What's your name?
Patricia.
Trisha, all right. I need you to take a deep breath. We're about to do the cheese.
Oh, my God. The numbers are going up so fast. Why do we have to be a Balderson's house?
Don't look up there. It only makes it worse. Keep your eyes on me, okay?
Can't you just scan something less expensive?
I can, but let's not forget, it's the little things that add up, all right? Now brace yourself. I'm about to do the mixed nuts.
Oh, my God, I'm going to pass out.
Okay, bite down on this, Patricia. Get ready. I'm going to do the cured meats.
No, stop. I can't do this anymore.
It's too late. There's a line behind you, okay? You're locked in.
I'm not strong enough.
I know it looks like a lot right now, but I promise you, you're going to get home and you're going to wonder, what did I even buy? You've got this, Patricia. Get ready. I'm going to weigh the grapes.
Oh, what have you done to me, you son of a...
Okay, your total's $257.84.
No.
You got to dig deep. This is the hardest part. Patricia, it's time to pay.
Oh, yeah. That's how I feel every time I go to the grocery store.
Don't get me started.
Man.
Family of 6. And what just passed?
Well, do you remember when you can go to McDonald's and buy for 2 people like under $12?
Never.
Dude,
15?
oh my God, dude. Yeah, I remember that. Remember when they had the value meal and you can get like fucking a Big Mac for $3?
99 cents, bro. That was like 90.
Oh, that's right.
From
No,
like late 90s up to 2001.
When I was a kid, everything cost a nickel.
2 for $1 on Fridays, remember? Oh, man. Classic.
Now I understand why old people used to gripe when, in the 90s, when everybody was like, the movies used to be 25 cents and the Coke was a nickel. And we would
Back in my day, text cost 10 cents a piece.
Which is crazy because now when we think back in my day, stuff was affordable. Now nothing is affordable. Everything is.
Don't get me started, dude.
Well, I wonder if what we bring in, the cost of living was comparable to what inflation was, or at least what people are pricing things. It'd be if we would feel it less, but we don't. There's some countries that do have reasonable cost of livings, and how much their income is, and of course how much taxes they put out. Like a lot of European countries.
Yeah, third world countries, they've never had anything. It doesn't change.
No, I think there's some. I hear Denmark does pretty good. I mean, they're expensive, but that's because their income tax is high. But their prices are reasonable. Their taxes are high, but their cost of living overall is pretty decent. Although inflation has kind of jacked that up a little bit.
I heard Mr. Beast just built 100 wells in Africa.
No, I think he drilled 100 whales. You just got it wrong.
Whales?
He was well intentioned either way.
No, dude, fucking Mr. I never knew about Mr. Beast until about 6 months ago or something like that, when my son started getting into it.
That's the crazy thing. I think I might have heard about him maybe a year and a half ago, because there was a rumor he might show up at WrestleMania, and that's the only reason I cared. And so I was like, oh, who is this guy? And then they're like, he's the biggest YouTuber in the world. I was like, okay, so it's true. And then he's giving away $20,000 in an episode, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he must be rich.
For me, I was playing Fortnite and the new skins. There was one called Mr. Beast. I'm like, what the fuck is this jabroni? And then my son explained it to me, and then he showed me videos, and I'm like, oh, and this is entertainment. Ouchcast doesn't blow up, but this
is
does.
Crazy because
Mr. Beast is hilarious, and goes, fuck you, son.
Basically. No, dude. And then my little one's into it now, and he has chocolate in stores, and he wants Mr. Beast. I'm like, dude, am I taking crazy pills? It's like, you know that meme with Mr. Skinner's like, is it me who's lost touch with society? No.
Yeah.
No, it's the children. That's how I feel.
To be fair, you need to take some crazy pills.
Yeah, no, that's different. That's a different fucking subject. I'm talking about for this.
Have you guys noticed like there's these like labs of like probably like 6 or 7 people, and they have like these teams behind them, but they kind of have like a warehouse, and they perform all these like, what was it, the Rob Dyrdek Fun Factory like type of stunts, and that's like
Aaron Paul, Jake Paul, and Logan Paul. Aaron Paul's the guy from Breaking Bad. What the fuck am I putting him in with the other guys? You know what I mean?
He's one of the Pauls.
He's one of the Paul. He's a Paul brother.
Better a Paul brother than a Paul Bear.
Oh, Undertaker! Oh, right there.
Whoa!
You know, for how much we go back to wrestling, why aren't we a wrestling podcast? It would make our life so much easier.
Because someone would definitely get suplexed. Someone would definitely get a suplex. Just saying.
Is this table cut in half?
It might.
We could be the
I mean, we're pretty fat, man. Come on, we can totally break this table with just enough gravity.
You and me could be the new natural disasters, dude. I'm earthquake.
I don't know. I'm about to get on Ozempic.
Oh,
I am for real. Not even kidding, man.
Ozempic, huh?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
is that?
But you have diabetes, so it kind of checks out.
That's exactly why. All right. So, what happened was a few weeks back, I went, and I'll answer your question, Doyle. What happened was I went to the doctor. It was during that heavy rain, and you know how like the 10 freeway was closed and all that stuff.
Chocolate rain. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it wasn't chocolate rain. Although that's racist, bro. Because I mean, it was raining downtown underpass. The homeless were the ones that caused the fire. It was deliberate, dude.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
That's what happened in Rome with the Christians. They got blamed for the fire, dude.
Same thing in the London fire of what is it, 1884 or something.
Oh, the Chicago fire. Oh, that was a cow.
It was all. It's all.
Was it a cow?
Blacks.
Anyways,
and immigrants. Anyways,
back to your story.
Doctor went to the doctor. Was there late. And then had to do a telecall the next day. And the reason why the telecall is important because I got a little bit more like when I see somebody in person, especially because it's a female doctor, and actually she's an attractive doctor too. So I don't want to talk about things that are uncomfortable. So I don't bring any attention to to any parts of my body other than what's on the blood work. And so looking for type 2 diabetes stuff, and so the good news was my A1s were down, which is great. I was up from like 7 something to like 6.9, which means good. That's my sugar's under control, or at least it's getting there. But the problem is like my liver was going a little higher. Not good, because that means it's getting a fatty liver.
My liver.
Big liver. Sorry, that's Adventure Time reference. Anyways, and so what happened was, I just out of the blue, I asked her, and I had the balls to ask because I wouldn't have done this in person. I said, hey, I've heard about, that drug Ozempic that helps, type 2 diabetes, managing sugar, cravings and weight loss. And she's, oh yeah, you know what? And then she asked me a bunch of questions. She goes, okay. And just like that, dude, I was prescribed it. It was like $24 for the prescription, which is pretty amazing because when I talk with other friends who've gotten it, it's like $1,000.
Yeah.
Some people pay $400 or $500, but I got it for $24 because I fit the bill. I'm like overweight.
Oh no.
I'm overweight. I have type 2 diabetes, fatty liver. I'm potentially gonna die. So solve your problem with medication.
Whatever, motherfucker.
so the short of it is.
No, that's
the warmth coming from the table is overwhelming. Love it.
No, dude,
I'm gonna die. Whatever, motherfucker. Stop talking about it and do it already. Yeah.
But that's cool that it's under control though. That's a good thing. I remember I had a scare with diabetes, and I thought I'm like, I did change my lifestyle. I did for a year have the diabetic diet, but it was just like like I was what is it when it's like predisposed or whatever, like pre-diabetic.
Yeah.
But it went away, so I'm okay now.
It went away.
Not went away, but you know what I mean.
No, I got you. I mean, dude, that's so interesting because, I mean, you know, like you and me, we're obviously very different in terms of our body weights and stuff like that. And
I'm fat.
Yeah. But, you know, I think I drink more than you.
Yeah, you drink a lot.
And
I mean, more.
I don't drink a lot.
No, you drink a lot more than me.
What are you trying to say, fool?
No, I mean,
I'm not an alcoholic. I can stop anytime I want.
This is
That's
getting
not what I
personal.
Wait.
All right, I'm bored. There he is.
No, but what I meant to say is like I rarely drink, and I don't really snack as much as I used to. And then since the weight loss that I'm going through, I'm like I eat less and more proportioned. So I don't know, but I'm probably gonna jump on the bandwagon with the Ozempic shit too. Try to lose a little bit more weight.
Yeah, but I mean, will you be able to get it prescribed, or are you gonna be paying the?
I'll probably be paying the fucking wazoo.
He's going to Mexico. He's getting it for cheap.
I'm not getting Ozempic. I'm getting Ose.
Oh, you know, joking aside, there are some generic versions of it that people have been using that have been effective.
There's a generic version of everything.
Yeah, well, you know,
All right, I'm bored.
The thing about Ozempic is it's been around for a long time. Apparently, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I know. Damn, where's my phone? I know that it's been around for a while, and so like the generic version is just as expensive because people have like really, it's turned into like
a diet thing.
Yeah.
When it's not supposed to be.
Yeah. So people go get their like vitamin B shots, are also getting, you know, shot up with that other shit.
Yeah, no.
But
I'm kidding aside. I'm not going to do that shit.
Okay, I'm not going to go on a tangent, but that's kind of like the history of medicine. Almost all the medicines that have been developed for something were originally for something else, and then they were like, "Oh crap, we can use it for this." Yeah,
Viagra was supposed to be for what? For the heart? No.
It's something like that.
And then they gave heart-ons?
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh."
Oh my.
Well, wait.
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay. Yeah, and it just that's the thing about medicine. This is okay. I don't distrust the doctor, but the doctor's not my first option for that exact reason, because basically a doctor's job is to test shit on you. Basically, they're going to give you a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then they're going to see what works, and they're going to monitor your body and how it works. And if it kind of cures the problem, they're going to give you more of it. If it doesn't work, then they're going to stop giving it to you. And either way, it's a bill. So if I'm going to be someone's experiment, then it's not going to be my first option. I look into the neuropathic ways.
It's not even just a bill. It's
Fucking bullshit.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I will go on record and say, speaking of diabetes, how was your Thanksgiving?
Damn, you just said something really interesting I wanted to respond to.
Marie Callender's lemon meringue pie. That's all I'm going to say.
Not a fan.
I love everything lemon, and lemon meringue is right up there. Oh man, I should have had some this morning.
It's the Boston cream pie and the chocolate pie. Anything chocolate satin pie. Those are the ones that I like.
I've never had a satin cream pie.
Well, you need to.
I'm gonna just tell you.
Need to keep it sexy, bro. That's how.
Apple cranberry.
Oh my!
Apple cranberry pie.
I've never had
Cranberry
that
apples.
We ordered a month in advance. We ordered the French apple pie, pumpkin, which I despise, by the way.
So do I.
Pumpkin pie, and then that's it. But then I made the mistake of inviting my mother and my sister, so it became like a big thing now. And
so you didn't get any.
So no, they actually. You know what? The great thing is, neither one of them are fans of it. My sister likes pumpkin, and I don't, so I don't care. But I panicked and I went out on Thanksgiving Day to pick up our order, and there was a huge line. I'm talking like it was like Disneyland lines, and I'm like, oh my god! But I'll get into that in a little bit. But what I did is I panicked and I said, "Fuck, we're gonna need more pie because more people are coming. It's gonna be like double what we had anticipated." So I bought another apple pie, and I bought myself a lemon meringue because I was craving it. And then, of course, no one actually ate the French apple pie. And then the pumpkin, they just like kind of like went a little bit into it, but not really much. But it's funny because like, okay, have you guys ever ordered anything for Thanksgiving, like food to pick up, or gone somewhere out to get something for Thanksgiving?
Like a honey baked ham?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so I go to my aunt's house every year for Thanksgiving, so no.
So you don't take something like that?
We take something, but we don't really order.
Is it your mac and cheese?
No.
I know you retired your mac and cheese, but Jesus Christ.
My mac and cheese recipe comes from my aunt.
So she makes it.
Yeah, so you can understand if you think mine's good.
Enrique, I'm not saying this because he's my bud and all that shit, dude, but I have never had mac and cheese as good as Doyle's mac and cheese.
Everyone
it is
says
the most fucking amazing mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. I will murder for that mac and cheese.
I'm just not a fan of mac and cheese in general, and everyone says that they have the magic. Like,
no, they're ignorant.
Like,
that's ignorant.
Everyone claims to have like the best mac and cheese that'll change your life, and I've yet to be impressed. I think the closest I came was I have a friend who's Filipino, and I guess her brother made some. And maybe I was just particularly hungry that day. This was a month ago. I had some. I was like, "This is pretty good." But generally speaking, I don't like mac and cheese. It's something about the cheese and the consistency and the mushiness of the. There's just.
I thought you were going to say something about the cheese in the mac.
Something about the cheese I don't like in the mac. I don't know.
The return of the mac.
Return of the mac.
I'm gonna have to play that
Cheetos.
when I make mac and cheese again. I'm gonna have to play Return to the Mac in the background.
Well, you remember the Burger King commercial when they actually brought back what's his name?
No, that was McDonald's Big Mac.
Nope, you're bullshitting.
No, the Mac
I know what you're talking about.
Nope.
They retired the King.
Nope.
And then the King came back. I remember this.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what happened was, for a little while, Burger King had a Cheetos flavored mac and cheese. Or Cheeto,
which they still sell in the stores.
A Cheeto flavored, I want to say French fries, or no, not French fries. The little chicken fingers. And so it was mac and cheese flavor. It was mac and cheese flavored, Cheetos flavored. And so they had the guy who sang the song come by and saying, and the song was "Return of the Mac and Cheetos, Return of the Mac and Cheetos." That's freaking hilarious, dude.
That is hilarious.
And yes, they had the Burger King guy in the background like doing the dance and shit, like he's getting down while what's his name? No, it wasn't Big Mac.
No. I thought I was.
You filthy liar! No,
I thought you were talking about Mac Tonight. Remember that guy, the guy in the tuxedo with them fucking crescent moon?
Dude, the 90s rule with that dude. That was the shit.
All of the things that came out in the 90s.
I told you about the Halloween thing about Mac Tonight, right?
No.
When I was like, I think 12 or something.
What did the moon have to do with the burgers in McDonald's? But it worked.
Because it was like late night. They were opening later, so
sir, I don't like it.
So for the Halloween when that commercial came out, I wanted it to be Mac Tonight. So my brother and my mom, my mom got me the suit, the tuxedo suit and the whole thing, and my brother made me the big ass moon, like huge moon out of like cardboard and everything, right? And it was great. I still have pictures. I'll try to find them and stuff. But so then my genius bud is like, I'm gonna go to McDonald's. They're gonna see my costume. They're gonna be like, oh my god, this guy's the shit. They'll give me like something good for free, like either an apple pie or dare I dream, a Happy Meal and stuff. Dude, I went and they gave me that cheesy cheap Chinese / Mexican little candies, the ones where it's like pineapple and it just says pineapple or apple or like it's a white, it's a really badly printed white foil, and then it just has like the drawing of what it is inside. And instead of giving me like a bunch, dude, they gave me one.
To be fair, can you imagine if every kid dressed up like some character went to like McDonald's or Burger King and then they gave them like a value meal or some burger or something? Like, come on.
100%. 100%.
That I blame your parents for not lowering your expectations.
No, I never mentioned it to them. I never did.
No, but I'm just saying, who took you? Was it your mom? Was it your dad? Was it your brother?
My sister.
Okay,
my sister
I blame
and her
your
friend.
sister and her friend for not telling you. Now, Angel, don't get your hopes up. They ain't gonna give you no Big Mac, bro. You're probably
I remember my sister telling me, it's like they're not gonna give you candy. They don't give out candy.
And let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't believe everything you read or see on the internet.
In this case, feel, because that's the problem with America these days.
America.
Everyone believes what they feel. Like, oh, I know it's a fact because I feel it's a fact.
Your feelings are a freaking lie, man.
It's like, make it make sense. Yeah, because it feels right.
We went on a tangent, though. Talking about the Marie calendars.
No, we went down the correct road. Okay,
we were talking about ordering stuff and all that.
Nobody was talking about bonering anything. What are you talking about?
Ordering in your ears.
You know what? You're clean your fingers. I can.
I like the smell.
He likes to move it.
But no, okay, so we ordered way in advance and we get there and there's a huge ass line. I shit you not, this thing was like wrapped around the parking lot, the street, and it was insane. It was really bad. There's an older gentleman there fighting with one of the employees.
Were you
To
at
the
Popeyes?
To the death?
No.
Were you at Popeyes?
I know, really?
No, serious.
No, I know.
Popeyes is freaking crazy. You better
No.
bring a gun to get your chicken at
Oh,
Popeyes.
I agree. Remember when the chicken sandwich came out? Dude, that was fucking. I survived that. I survived that.
If
Dude,
you
I wanted
guys-
to punch people because of that shit. I
If
didn't
you guys
even.
want to go down a deep, like a great rabbit hole, look up fights at Popeyes. Just look it up. I'm telling you guys, it is a great 20 minutes of entertainment.
Okay, can I ask you, Doyle? I mean, you being a representative.
That's racist.
Yeah, it's kind of, sort of. I mean,
gonna go there.
because I mean, the thing is, it's like, does that mean that, like, if I looked up like any other popular like African American, I'm saying it, shut up, African American establishment, are we going to see a series of similar to this Popeyes thing that you just sent us to? What do you think?
Negative. I think it is something about Popeyes, the franchise itself, that just brings out the most ghetto of ghetto people. It doesn't necessarily have to be black people, but unfortunately, there's a lot of black people that love that chicken at Popeyes.
Hey, bring back that lady, man.
I know that's racist that they fired her. What kind of crap?
What lady?
The black lady.
Oh,
when
yeah,
they
yeah, the
started it.
spokesman, yeah.
They create this amazing catchphrase. They get this awesome new
Actress.
actor who's going to be like their spokesperson, and then they get rid of her and they keep the slogan. And shame on you, Popeyes. Shame on. That's like getting rid of Aunt Jemima.
Whatever, motherfucker!
They did get rid of Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, that's the reason why they got rid of the lady, because they didn't want to have imagery of like stereotypical. But there's certain stereotypes we love.
Yeah.
The lady was supposed to be a Southern lady who knew how to make chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. There's nothing racist about that.
Not at all.
Aunt Jemima was this. I get it. She was a slave, but that lady knew how to make pancakes. You
What
know
about
I'm
Uncle
saying?
Ben's rice?
That's also racist, but nobody gives a crap because we accepted Uncle Ben. You know what I mean? With great
He's approved
power,
because of that rice.
With great power came great responsibility. Shout out Uncle Ben.
Fucking corporations are getting rid of all the good spokespeople, dude.
But they keep the crap.
Yeah.
The stuff that
Chester
they act-
Cheetah, I'm looking at you, bitch.
The stuff that they actually should change, they don't change, and then the stuff we love, they change.
They fucking try to get rid of Speedy Gonzalez and shit.
See,
Dude.
I was mad. Keep Slowpoke. He had a pistol.
You see,
What did they say? No one messes with Slowpoke.
Yeah.
He has a gun.
he may be slow, but his gun isn't.
Right?
Yeah,
Just
no.
quick on the trigger.
But back to what I was saying about the thing. Okay, so I'm there. The guy's whining to this guy, and I know bullshit when I smell it, Enrique. But this guy, I was laughing about because I'm there with my son, and my son's like getting like annoyed at me because I'm getting annoyed at people. I'm not a people person. Never have been. Never will be. So this guy's there, and he is complaining with the customer, with the worker, and the first things I hear from him clearly is like, "Wait a minute! I don't understand what you're saying. So you're contradicting yourself." And then the employee's like, "Sir, what I'm trying to tell you is like right now this is the pie line, and this is from I think it was like from 9 to 12. They're just picking up pies. That's all they're doing." And the guy's sitting there and he's doing the whole blank stare thing, like not understanding that this is what the line is for. It's obviously for that. And he's like, but I want to order a Thanksgiving feast. Dude, you're on Thanksgiving Thanksgiving morning, and you're trying to order a whole fucking Thanksgiving feast from Marie Callender's. You didn't order ahead. You just show up and we're like, I want a Thanksgiving feast.
I'm gonna help you. The problem, there's two things. We already talked about one, feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one is what the feeling is. It's selfishness. Everybody wants what they want when they want it because of their feelings. And I hate to say it. No, I don't. The Bible teaches us in the last days, people will be lovers of themselves. And that is exactly what you see in everybody and all these like crazy, wild out solutions. That exact same scenario, that guy was thinking about himself and nobody else, despite the fact that there was a line of like 400 people.
No, scratch that. It's just common knowledge, logic. Don't fucking... How do you expect to go somewhere and be like... Okay, I'm gonna get a feast the day of without ordering ahead.
The logic.
They have to cook. They have to prep all that shit, dude.
All logic goes out the window when you're thinking about yourself.
Yeah, it really is. And then no, it's worse because they're multiplying. Because not only was it him that was there doing that, he gets on his phone with his wife to complain and puts her on speaker, saying, "Honey, they're not letting me buy anything. They're saying they're just doing pre-orders for the pies right now, and I cannot order a feast." The wife on the phone is like, "What are you talking about? We always do," which is, I know that's bullshit. No one always does that.
Yep.
They did it the last minute and they're trying to get away with it because they're like, if we complain enough and say that it's okay, we always do it, we're going to get our fucking way. The manager came over, told her, "Ma'am, we don't do that. They're all pre-orders for the turkeys. You can order something after 12 o'clock, but it's not going to be a turkey meal. There's none left over. They're all pre-ordered."
Yeah, it's sad because the world that we live in the rise of the Karens, so to speak. This should be like a Star Wars sequel, The Rise of the Karens.
I want to speak to your manager. I want to speak to your manager. Do you know who I am?
No, but in this world, if you complain enough, you'll get attention. If you make enough of an outrage, you'll get attention. And that's what people are vying for these days. Attention actually equals money in today's world. You can get bad attention and you can go viral and it can make you a lot of money. You think about Tosh.0 and all those people who got to go on Tosh.0 for doing something crazy like Catch Me Outside, how about that? He'll put that girl on or something like that. And now this girl's famous and making tons of money. That little heifer made $14 million off of that stupid line.
Nope. I don't care.
It's crazy.
You know, Enrique and me are 80s kids. So if we acted out like that, there was always one solution. Yeah. That's what it was.
But the only thing keeping us that way, though, was the fact that we didn't have a centralized way of communicating with each other other than the phone. The second that we figured that piece out, it was inevitable. Like, you know, that whole line you said earlier about the Bible, like in the end times, people, what is it? People are going to be lovers of themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, that was the Roman Empire. Like, the Roman Empire was full of like self-loving bastards, landowners and whatnot. And then
boy lovers.
The whole thing that happened, about, I want to say like 800 years after the fall of the Roman Empire with the, I forget his name.
Nero?
No. He was like somebody from like Europe. The name just escaped me, but I remember reading about him, and my professor had said, well, you know, take note that in every 500 years you always have like a society that's predicated on a group who essentially have more than enough money to pretty much just pamper themselves, take care of themselves. And so essentially when you have money and you have time, I mean, eventually people just they start looking inward.
Yeah, but the difference between what the statement is actually saying and what you're saying is you're talking about the upper echelon there was always selfish people. We're not denying that. But what we're saying is that it's spreading down to like the lower classes. The people who don't have are even more selfish now.
Yeah.
You think of that low budget hood rat ratchet girl on, you know, who lives in Downey, and she thinks she's special, and now she's carrying herself like she has the same amount of money as the girl in Beverly Hills.
Yep.
Their delusion is exactly the same.
Yeah.
And it's on the rise because of things like social media and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Also because the idea like that's been propagated about like you know, that oh gosh, man, I can't even
self-love?
talk today. No, not self-love. Sorry. Basically, people feel like they have more money. They have wealth. That's the word I was looking for. Wealth. It's become blurred. What makes you wealthy? I mean, I think it was like Ben Shapiro who said that at this point now we have way more. Even when we're poor, we're still more enriched. I mean, the right will always use this as a way to say how we are better off now than we were before, because now even even the poorest among us are richer than we were before. We have more access to luxury goods is the term, like phones and cars and stuff like that. And all of it comes from that self-delusion. Yeah. Then you have like social media that sort of gives you something to shoot for and people to emulate. And before you know, you get what we have now.
And I think the sad part about it is like, if any of these people who think that they're so great and so well off spent like a week in a third world country, they might come back a little bit more humble. Just because if you, and that was the thing about this year for
unless they're American.
Even then, it kind of like, when you realize like you don't have water and stuff like that, like you got to walk a mile to go get water, like even just a week of that. You know what? I take that back, because I seen that MTV episode where that girl was like, I just want to go home. Yeah. And she sat there and complained and was on her phone the entire time. And it's sad, because she started posting herself saying, I'm in the middle of the Sahara and it's so hard. And I was like, God, this is what we've come to.
Yep.
So I took her phone and threw it in, and walked a mile and threw it in the water, and then made her go get it.
The reason I think about this stuff now is mainly because, like, I mean, I look at the way I look at the way I celebrated my Thanksgiving versus the way other people celebrate it, and I look at the way that they like. There's this idea that we need to celebrate a certain way in order to show that we're part of society. Like, there's always like that idea of sitting around the table and having having all the trimmings, and then you have all the like nice decorations. And because I see that as being like the normal way whenever I talk about Thanksgiving with people, because people have been asking me like ever since Thanksgiving, that like, well, first, before, how are you going to celebrate, and now after, like, how did you celebrate it? And I always find myself like initially making an excuse of how we do it the non-traditional. I genuinely say that without thinking. I say, oh, we did it non-traditional. We just had food and we just couldn't stood around the kitchen, and then we all went into our separate rooms, because that's how I celebrate it. I don't sit around the table. We don't say thanks.
Best way. Well, that and Golden Corral.
But I'm going to be honest with you though, Angel. Like, I end up feeling like, because of all of the social media postings, because of all the commercials, and growing up in the 80s and watching families, celebrate Thanksgiving a certain way, that because I don't do it that way, like somehow I'm left out.
FOMO, yeah.
Yeah, FOMO, sure. Yeah, I guess is that the word?
Yeah, fear of missing out.
But you are missing out on one avenue, and I'm gonna share how I celebrated this year. So this year was totally different. My mom wasn't there. She had gone through something. She was in a car accident the day before Thanksgiving, so she wasn't there. Shout out to my mom.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
It's okay. Yeah, she's okay. But she wasn't there for Thanksgiving this year. My sister showed up super late, and like they told my grandmother late, so I didn't get the candy yams. It was hard on me. I'm just saying, it was really tough. But this year, Thanksgiving didn't look exactly how it has looked in all the other years.
Right.
My grandmother's turkey was late. We had a deep fried turkey that was a little overcooked. So as far as the meal goes, the quality of the meal went down like 2 grades. The family wasn't there, but I stopped myself and I said, you know what? It's called Thanksgiving. We're supposed to give thanks. That is what it's about. It's about slowing down, stopping your rat race, stopping your bull crap, and being thankful. And then I started to realize there is someone who can't have a meal right now. So I'm going to be thankful for what's ever on the table. Not all my family is here, but the ones who are here, and I'm going to be thankful for that. And I actually had a blast playing Spicy Uno with my cousins, my younger cousins, all the cousins that are like younger than me. Like we were in the living room and we were playing Spicy Uno, and we were just like laughing, and it was a lot of fun. And I turned off my phone, honestly, because instead of trying to live for what's outside of the moment that I'm sitting in right then and there, I was like, if I'm going to be thankful, I have to be thankful for this moment. And I have to slow the world down instead of like trying to reach out to the rest of the world. Screw the rest of the world. They ain't here. They doing their own thing. Clearly, if they got enough time to post about their life, then I'm just going to be in mine. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. And that's how I spent this Thanksgiving, not because it makes me better or I'm self-righteous or anything like that, but just because I recognized like this is exactly what I think the disconnect is in today's society. We have lost the whole principle of what the holiday is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Well, what is the holiday supposed to be about?
Giving thanks.
Kill the natives.
It depends on who you ask.
I mean, that's what started it. They were thankful.
Thankful for your land.
We're thankful for all this ammunition. We're thankful that they don't have any. We're thankful that they trust us.
Ignorant. No, as a child, a first generation American, we didn't have Thanksgiving in my house. It wasn't because my parents were like, I'm against it. Actually, I remember them asking me when I was really, really small about Thanksgiving, and I just didn't see the point. I never saw the point. Like, it's an American holiday, even though I'm born here. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm neither from here nor from there. I'm like in the middle, but I've never been a fan of Thanksgiving as far back as I can remember. Like I didn't like turkey growing up, so I didn't like that. I didn't like any of the actual traditional dishes, but so we didn't really do it growing up. When I was about 18, my sister had her first kid, mm-hmm. and I remember her coming to us and be like, "Look, she's first generation from my family here, and we want to do this tradition for her and do Thanksgiving." So we started doing Thanksgiving because of her, and then my nephew, and then my other niece. So I started doing it, and I still didn't give a shit. Like, I didn't like it. And then now my kids are around, and of course I do it for them because they love Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. They love the getting the family together. They love the games. They love all of that stuff. I'm empty inside when I do it. I'm just like going through the motions. Like, my wife asked me, and she gets mad at me, but it's I know it's part of the fucking my illness and stuff. But at the same time, it's like I just don't care. So she'll ask me like, so what are we doing? I'm like, I don't know, whatever you want. And she gets mad at me for doing that. But to be honest, I really don't care.
Let me ask you this question. At some point, your kids are going to grow up. They're going to leave the house.
We talked about it already. We have a plan.
Okay. Besides the plan, there's going to be a time where they're gone and you're going to miss them.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. 100%, right?
100%.
Okay. So Thanksgiving is about that. Is about having a moment where you can acknowledge and stop the world and like say, "Hey, kids, get off your phone. We're all going to be together," and you can celebrate the moment.
Yeah. We do that for Christmas. We do that for New Year's. We do that for fucking birthdays. We do that for everything. We just Thanksgiving is just the one that I really don't care about. Like, it just doesn't. I don't see. I don't know. I can't explain. It's like I feel no emotional connection to Thanksgiving whatsoever. It's a chore. I remember like everyone left yesterday, not yesterday, on Thursday, and I was like, fucking so happy everyone left. I'm gonna get my fucking sweats on, chill, put my robe on, clean up, go to bed.
But I mean, don't you feel that way anytime like you have company over in general? I feel that way all the time. I'm just an introvert. I'm like that borderline introvert extrovert where like I like talking to people. I like for a little bit, but I get exhausted from it. And then when I need like those people to go away, I need them to go away. Now, I'm not mean about it. I'm not rude. I mean, I'll put up. Like, I mean, I'm also a martyr.
I'm put up.
Yeah, it depends. Depends, Angel.
No, I'm not wearing them today.
Like a hard no on.
I'm not wearing Depends today. Thank you.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Hard.
So, anyways, your propositions notwithstanding, I am. Like I need a break from people. I mean, just get exhausted from it. And there's this whole thing like you see nowadays where there's like it's like this little pin, and it has like they call it like a social meter, and in it you sort of signify like when you're ready to socialize, and then you scale it down almost like a temperature gauge all the way down to like empty. And that's supposed to like hint to people like, I'm done, give me a break. And I mean, it's played as a joke, but I think people genuinely like use it as a way of like sort of disconnecting. I need that. So don't you feel that way? I know there are rules.
There are rules to social gatherings.
What is it? The one where they say it's like guests are like or visit guests are like fish. Have you heard of that one?
Like
it's
you
basically
gut them or
no, that one. Yeah, that one.
You gut
no. They say guest. I'm gonna butcher this without looking it up, but they say something like guests are like fish. They're pleasant the first day or two, but then after a while it starts stinking and you want to throw it away. And that's something like that. Like
okay.
Basically like, which is true. Like, if you have like a fish dinner, of course you're going to be eating it's fucking delicious. But if you leave the leftovers, it's going to be fucking gross after a while.
For that exact purpose, I think there are rules to social gatherings.
Yeah.
For example, if you're hosting typically something like a Thanksgiving, we do it wrong. you know that the social gathering is supposed to be from like 2 to 8. So that way you can like go to bed at like 8 and you kind of have an expectation about when people are going to be there. And then after 8, anyone who's there after 8 is expected to help clean up. And there's like, but there's these different like avenues of how like we're supposed to, you know, we're not supposed to have people at the house until 12 and we got kids and stuff like, get out, go home, we love you, but you know, like there's responsibilities in this place. And so there just comes a time where I think like because we do social gatherings wrong, I think our meters get drained, or we spend too much time doing things that really don't matter. So our social meters are kind of low. And I think that builds back into the selfishness. It's like, oh, it's how I feel. There it is again, the feel. I feel tired, so I don't want to deal with people. But how many times have we been that person who stayed too long where somebody was probably like, fuck, go home. You know? Not
me. You know what I do, which is sad? I'm very antisocial. If I have to do an outing, like I only do it for special people. Like if you invite me and I don't show up, that's gotta tell you something. So, but if I show up,
Enrique ends up looking like, oh,
no, I'm being honest.
About right.
I'm gonna be honest. Dude. My sister just told me on Thanksgiving. She told me that my youngest niece is turning 18 in December. Right. Mm-hmm. We all share our common birthdays, my nieces and me. Mm-hmm. And she's gonna be 18, and they're already planning on the 16th. They're gonna be doing a celebration for her at her house.
Okay.
My birthday's on the 15th. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, so she already told us, hey, it would be nice for you guys to go. I love my niece with all my heart. In my head, I'm like, not going to that.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna go.
Does that mean that you can't do something special and unique between you and your niece somewhere at some other time?
No, I'm gonna go, but in my head, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do the same thing I do with every place I go to, which is, it sucks, and I think there is something broken inside of me, because even if I like enjoy your presence, I did it to George. I did it to George at the kids' party. I put a timer on.
But that's normal, because maybe you just don't like social gatherings.
I don't like social gatherings. I don't like large crowds. And then after they fucking pop out the balloons, fuck that, I'm out.
But see, that's my point. If you don't like social gatherings, anyone who knows you should love you and say, okay, Angel doesn't like social gatherings. Number one, you're there half the time. You don't know half the people. And then the person that you do know is so busy that you don't even get to talk to them. So there is a reason for you not to go. And then if it's not even special because you don't get to spend time with the guest of honor or whatever, right, then why not just remove yourself from that equation and then put yourself in a new equation on a different day where I can completely show this person that I care about them. I am going to put the effort there forth then and show that person in something completely unique and completely special. And now I have a moment. They know I love them, and I don't have to be at some stupid party just because the social norms say everyone needs to be here.
That seems like a little hard work for me too.
I mean,
no, but you know what? No, it's different, because like, for instance, we had the gathering, the Halloween gathering, remember, with the meal with the couples and stuff that I hosted. But that was different. I like that. I like dinner parties. Like if Enrique was like, hey, we're having a dinner party, it's just the Ouchcast and think, fuck, let's go. That's different. I will not bat an eye. But if Enrique tells me, hey, my mom is having a birthday celebration for her, like bicentennial or whatever, and then we're gonna have my whole family here and this and that. I mean, I love Enrique. I will show up, but I'll put a time limit because I don't know nobody else there.
Yeah.
And it's a large crowd.
Why would I want to go to a party and sit in the corner compared to a dinner party where I'm sitting and actually having a conversation with everybody else?
If it's a group of people that I like, if it's the Ouchcast and ourselves, or so Ray, for instance, and his family, or just people that I know, and it's a small gathering, I'm fine. But the minute you're like, I'm going to invite like my boss's family, these, and it's like, oh, there's other people that I don't know that I have to fucking perform like a dancing clown to. I'm out. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, everything you're saying makes sense. Okay. If you,
I thought it was just me.
No, that's how the social norms are. We feel the pressure of society to act a certain way or to do certain things. But I'm definitely a believer, especially now, that like you got to make up the rules that make sense for you. And you gotta like work in the confines of what makes you happy. And if you can contribute to other people within your rules that are going to make you happy and make them and others happy, you know, like I personally believe that the strength of a human being is how many other people that they lift up, not so much how well your life is. And so if in your rules of engagement you decide like this is how I can bless everybody around me, then go for it. That is where like the true value of us in society and being an asset to society. But you got to go to the DB lounge because that's where everyone's going to be at. I don't care what everybody else is doing. I think it's a problem that we have to do things because everybody else is doing them.
I've never liked clubs.
That's why I get
too fucking many people, too loud, too annoying.
Yeah,
I don't like. I will not do it.
Honestly, that's why I don't like social media. Social media is like a club.
You think so?
Yeah. It's like, hey, look at what I'm doing. Hey, everybody, this is the trend of what everyone does. Hey, pay attention because I'm doing what everyone else is doing, which makes me special. And personally, I don't give a crap. I don't care what anybody else does. It's like, why would I want to watch other people live out their lives when I'm busy living out my life? Does that make sense?
Fucking bullshit!
It just breaks it down in the simplest of ways why I don't. Like, I get it, because there was one aspect of social media that I really liked. There were people that I would never talk to again or see again that I got to connect with on social media. Mm-hmm. But then I started to think to myself, why does it matter?
Because you don't really want them around you. Otherwise, you would be around them in real life. Yeah, that makes sense.
I got off social media and I said all my real friends would figure out where I'm at and how to get in contact with me. And sure enough, I have a huge circle of legit friends who call me, text me, send me messages, etc. And none of it is through social media. And I feel like all those friendships are genuine. I don't feel like I have like a bunch of acquaintances and a bunch of people who don't know me, who like, I get it like for like business purposes and promoting and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, why do I need my acquaintances and friends and associates?
That's how you make it, dude. That's how you spread through your friends first before everything else for promotion purposes.
But there's other ways. I mean, if you come up with a fire product and you put it out there, the public will eventually pick it up and then it'll be word of mouth, and you don't need friends of a friend of a friend of a friend. True. It's just in recent memory, this is the way that people have promoted their success stories. And so everyone's got to be successful.
I agree and I disagree with the social media thing. I don't use it for like how you said. I used it first to stay in contact with classmates and family members from Mexico, from far away. That's how I first used it. After a while, I'm a social butterfly, but not in person. So like that's hence the term social hermit. I started like becoming friends with people online that I would never be friends with in real life, or I mean I would, but I wouldn't. I don't know how I would start. And I've made a lot of good friends online that I've met online, and they're really good friends. And I have like texts. Nikki, Dominica. I met her online on MySpace. She was fucking funny, and I thought she was cool.
You owe MySpace.
Yeah. There's a dude that's a good friend of mine. Ricardo Beltran. This dude, I met him in a Yahoo chat room. He thought I was a girl because my name Angel. So he private messaged me and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey, pretty good." And we're having a normal conversation.
You got a private message?
Yeah, from him. So I'm like, okay. Then halfway through, I realized, oh wait, this dude's trying to pick up, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, so ASL?" I told him, and he's like, "Oh yeah." He gives me his ASL, and I go, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm kind of close. It's the same thing, but you know."
He said, "Hey, man, I'm a dude." He said, "So you want to hook up or not?"
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
No, but no, he was like, "Oh shit, my bad," and then we laughed about it, and we just like became friends after that. And funny enough, it's like we have the same circle of friends. He was like the same Bell Gardens cat. He went to the same high school. He knows a lot of the people that I went to class with, through mutual friends. So I was like, "Oh shit, this is pretty badass." So we became good friends. But there's a lot of them that I kept that way that I would have never been, privy to know in real life if I would not have been on social media.
And you know what? I'm not saying that there's absolutely no value in social media. I just found that there's also value in what's in front of me. And so for me, I let it go. And I felt like it's a lot of noise that you have to go through in order to find that value, right? But it's easier to find value in real life if you just look in front of you and you just kind of shift through the bullcrap. If I don't like these people, then why am I standing here, kind of thing in real life. On social media, I'm not against anything that you just said. I think that's beautiful. If you're on social media and you find value in talking to people and stuff like that, then I think that's great. I've learned a lot from social media in the time that I was on it. And I just learned that there are so many cat videos and BS on social media.
Those are the best.
They are, but eventually you kind of like wake up and you look and you go, dang, I just wasted 2 hours. And there was this really messed up cool thing that someone did one time. They said, look at your watch. Look at the clock. That's 1 second of your life. 2 seconds of your life. 3 seconds of your life that just passed. And I was like, dang, like one day we will look back and we will go, how much time did I waste? If you only got, for those people who do not believe in God, if all you got is this life, then why do you sleep? Then why do you waste time? Because you only got like 100 years to live and then you're done. But for those who believe in God, you got eternity.
That's 50 years more than I want to live.
If that's all there is, then that's all there is, and it feels pretty hopeless. But and I'm not here to preach. I'm not trying to do that. But all I'm saying is, if that's all you got, then why waste time?
As this is playing in the background. You're not preaching. Continue, Doyle. Book of Doyle.
I'm thinking about it because to me, these are the questions that I have about life, and if you only have so much time and this time that you have matters, then wouldn't you want to accomplish more? Wouldn't you want to do more? Wouldn't you want to experience more? Forget accomplishments like, oh, you didn't make $1 million. Who gives a crap? I don't care if you made $1 million or not. But if you wanted to see Rome, how come you didn't figure out a way to see Rome? How come you didn't just start traveling?
I did. Walking? Google Maps.
Okay, if that floats your boat, then great. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, it's perfect. I see it. I see the size. Don't have to deal with people. I'm happy.
But some people want to experience it. They want to smell it. They want to taste it. Can you smell?
Smells like piss.
So does everywhere.
Exactly. I'll stay behind my monitors. Thank you. That way I only smell my piss.
You can only have certain Italian food. From
chicken Alfredo. Olive Garden chicken Alfredo.
That's not what they eat. That is not what they eat.
No, I know. Did I ever tell you the story about my brother-in-law, what he did to my cousin's new husband?
No, but I do want to hear this.
So my cousin from Mexico, she met love online, and she met this 100% Italian from like Italy, Italian named Walter. And they fell in love and they got married, and they moved to the Canary Islands because he's like I said, I don't know, astrologer, astronomer. Which one's the one that does the stars? that dude.
Astrologer.
Thank you, astrologer.
Wait a minute, like star science or like
star science,
reading
star science.
your like sign?
No, star science.
Oh, astronomy.
So
one of those
astronomer.
is bullcrap.
Yeah, astronomer. Yeah, astronomer. So he actually there's a big famous telescope out there, a station. He's part of those scientists out there. So he came to LA. I don't remember how many years ago. This was like 20 years ago, 18 years ago. He came to LA to visit, right? For the first time in the States. And my uneducated special needs brother-in-law says, I'm going to make him feel right at home. I'm going to take him some authentic Italian food. And he took him to fucking Olive Garden. Olive motherfucking Garden. I started busting up when he told me because I didn't know till afterwards. Like, oh, where'd you guys go? Olive Garden. I was like, dude, that's like taking me to Mexico and being like, I'm gonna give you some authentic Mexican food. Let's go to Taco Bell.
No, like El Torito would be better. Like,
yeah,
or
exactly.
Chili's.
No, Chili's. That's what it is.
Yeah, I hate
Chili's, baby back ribs, the bubble sauce.
And that's the kind of stuff that I think like. When we don't know any better, we don't know any better. And so people in their own little box, but sometimes you just got to get out of your box. You'd never get out of your box if you spend too much time on social. there's this little.
I love how you go back to the social media.
I did it.
No,
I did
dude,
it again.
It's because he feels guilty because we talk shit to him about not being on social media.
Yeah. You about to hear it. I'm thankful that I can get back payback.
I'm thankful you a bitch.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Free Palestine. Anyway. Sorry, I had to because you said the Zuckerberg thing and, just sounded right.
Wow. Right now, Enrique's over us meter is beyond his being social meter. So
No, I realized that once he whipped out the Doritos, it's like, hey, we're doing a sound project. We're doing let's be quiet on set.
Pretty sure you can't hear anything. For one, I'm not crunching. I've been like salivating over them so that they become mush.
Oh God!
Kiss my brown eye, bro.
The funny part is I've done that too. Where I'll be sitting somewhere just like put it in my mouth and so I kind of just.
I refuse to do that because I'm assured that one day I will have to do that. So I'm not trying to rush father time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For the record, because we did just talk earlier about me having type 2 diabetes, and like I can tell like when my blood sugar is low, when I start to feel jittery. So I had to excuse myself to get like a soda can so that I could have like a quick shot of sugar, and then I just needed to eat something. So
amen, brother. I'm just fucking with you.
A little small packet of Doritos. But if you hear it, say it on the Discord.
Crunch on mic one time for me.
No.
Aw, dude, come on.
I'm not your monkey.
Dance, monkey, dance. Come on, dude.
All right, you piece of shit.
Yay! There it is. Yeah. See, we ate 2 days ago for Thanksgiving, and now Doritos on air. That's right.
It's like my wife. She was like laughing at me because yesterday, instead of getting leftovers, I had leftovers for breakfast. I had a Thanksgiving leftover sandwich. It was delicious, but for dinner, I'm like, dude, I'm craving a burger. We got Burger King because first of all, they're going out of business, so I'm taking advantage right now.
Really, they are?
Yeah, they are.
Says who? Is this your feelings or is this real?
This is real. They went in Chapter 11 and they announced they're closing about 600 stores. 600 to 700 stores. So,
oh man,
it's starting to.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to happen what happened to Carl's Jr. and what happened to Rally's. Like, they're going to close down a bunch of them.
Yep.
And then for about maybe 5-6 years, people are going to be like, oh, don't you miss like Burger King? And maybe it'll turn into Arby's where they'll close down a bunch of them and they won't really fully recover, but you'll have those small little spots where people go and the lines are long.
Yeah.
But Burger King is unique enough and big enough that I think they'll make a smaller menu. They'll make lesser locations, and in about 5 years they'll be out of Chapter 11, and then there'll be a resurgence because it's happened before. That's what I think.
I agree.
They're the second biggest franchise next to McDonald's, so I'm pretty sure.
Second biggest French fries.
They'll
Can we not talk about food? I'm starving now.
They'll probably get Pioneer Chicken.
Pioneer Chicken. And that happened to Pioneer Chicken. No, I'm good then. Thank you.
Someone will buy them and keep the name alive because of the history of what Burger King is.
Yeah.
And if they, it might be Carl's Jr. What is it? Hardee's? The Hardee's franchise?
Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
Or the Yum brand.
Yum brand.
KFC and
PepsiCo.
Isn't Yum brand owned like some Indian company?
Now it is. It was originally part of PepsiCo, but they sold it.
We were talking about this before we came in off air, and we were talking about how how food is just not as good a quality as it used to be, and that's the reason why, because everybody is owned by like 5 companies, and they're all using the same crap.
Tyson monopolizes the chicken.
Oh dude, we were in the grocery store and we were looking at all the brands. We were on the cookie aisle. 3/4 of the aisle is Nabisco.
Yeah.
no matter what, if it was off-brand, if it was this kind of cookie, that kind of cookie, like everything was
one company.
Yeah, it's
everything
ridiculous.
is one company from
and you wonder why, like all the
Nestle,
disease is
and
they're so evil.
Nestle's so fucking evil. Where they steal water from people, and they're like, it's not your right. It's like, dude, seriously, and they justify it because they don't give a fuck.
What's crazy is I bet they have hands.
This episode of the Ouchcast is brought to you by Nestle.
This episode of the Ouchcast is brought to you by Big Pharma, because guess what? We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
And social media.
No, it's true, dude. It's scary when you go down the aisles. It is scary. Wait, what's going on? What's that? Oh, dude, I don't have it fucking on here.
You don't have it on there?
I totally forgot. I just realized it right now. I took it off for the fucking Broken Lizards episode.
Doyle News.
Okay.
You just have to add it in post.
I'll do it right here, right now.
So every time he just
there.
said, hey, I'll record it. I'll record it afterwards.
Okay.
You ruined the post moment.
Yeah, right. I'm sure I did. Yes.
Hold on. Stay quiet. There it is. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So Doyle News. Okay, you guys, I've been waiting for this story. Enrique, I know you haven't heard this story, but this is real. This is no BS. This is something you can't make up. Barbecue man saves ribs during apartment fire. Now, I'm not going to tell you what ethnicity this guy is, but you can make a guess. I'll give you 3, but I bet you only need 1.
His name was Lee Fu Young.
Robert Wright, a.k.a. Barbecue Man, has his priorities in order. Save the ribs, then save the family. Props to KMPH Fox 26 for grabbing an interview with this true American hero. Hold on, I gotta... Real American hero. I mean, I don't think I need to read much further.
Barbecue rib savior.
Do you have a guess at this man's ethnicity so far, Enrique?
Yeah, I got a pretty good guess. I think I will see him on a Waffle House fight video / Popeyes fight video. That is to say he's like Texan, bro. But what are you thinking? You're racist.
No, they're ignorant.
For the record,
that's ignorant.
This is Fresno.
Oh,
this is California.
I take all that back.
Bro, Fresno is like the Texas of California.
It is.
You know
what I mean?
It is the Texas, dude. It really is.
Okay, it says a California
Not
man.
even the nice side of Texas either.
And then there's Kentucky, you know.
Kentucky, yeah.
Fontana. Yeah.
Okay, a California man who says he saved his family from an apartment fire also saved a slab of ribs from going up in flames too. Robert Wright talked to a photojournalist about the rib rescue. He says he was barbecuing ribs when he noticed the fire next door. He got his kids, then his ribs because he didn't want them to burn and he was hungry. The interview is going viral online. Watch in part the video here above. Sorry, I didn't need to read that.
Yeah. Look above us. It's right above us. It's floating in the air.
It's floating right on top of
cloud,
us.
in the cloud.
I see it.
All right, actually, that's pretty funny. Like, the guy has his priorities. You got to save the ribs. I mean, honestly, like,
do you know how expensive ribs are?
Especially now, dude.
if you
slab,
it depends. If they're done right, they're priceless. If you cook them wrong, then they're shit.
Wait,
dude, Korean short ribs.
I got one real. You know
so
what they
good.
did? They didn't get to the hard hitting question.
Good.
Koreans do not know how to make barbecue. I'm so sorry. I like Korean barbecue, but that's not barbecue. Just because you're cooking it yourself in front of a little grill, kiss my ass. That's
I don't
not
do
barbecue.
it there. I do it on the fucking grill.
America knows how to do barbecue.
America, fuck yeah! You need a cape, an American flag cape right now.
I thought this was America.
So this man, yes, he's black. For anyone who hasn't made their guess yet and doesn't realize who he is.
What?
We all thought it. No one says it. We all thought it.
I didn't think he was black. You're racist.
We didn't think it. We knew it.
We knew it.
Yeah, we knew it. Everybody knew this dude was black.
Either he was Mexican or black. That was the only option, Sid.
You know what? I don't see a Mexican going back for ribs.
Yeah.
I'm colorblind. I don't see color.
I do.
No one believes that.
I do. Some people are green like the Hulk. No, okay. So this guy, first of all, he said the fire was next door. And if the fire was next door, and you notice how the article didn't say he got his wife out. He must have been mad at her. He must be mad like, hey, girl, is you or the ribs?
Unless he's a single dad.
It's you or the ribs.
Let's be honest. It's Fresno. He's not a single dad.
Oh God.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out to all the single dads in Fresno.
The ones who go
all
out to Fresno to avoid the law and paying child support.
This is my new family.
There's two places where these people end up: Fresno and in Blythe.
Oh,
Blythe,
dude.
That's where people go to hide.
Blythe is where people go who get kicked out of El Centro, California. That's what that is.
Dude, Blythe is like that border town between Arizona and California, and it's literally where you go to be anonymous.
Blythe is where people go when they think Calexico's too overcrowded.
Blythe is where you go to escape, the encroachment of the coloreds and the migrants.
Blythe is where you go because your pastime is meth. That's what it is.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, you know what? That's the one.
Blythe Olympics.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Those are the Blythe Olympics.
That's messed up.
That's messed up.
That's messed up.
You got to put.
You're cracking me up.
You got to put a rock on top of an old school TV. You got to line up 4 old school TVs down an alley and just put a rock on each one and see how fast the other person, how fast they can get down the alley. And as soon as they get picked up, you have to play a siren.
Why is it whenever I think of Fresno though, I always think of Grand Theft Auto where Trevor lives out in the desert? That's what I always picture.
You did say meth.
Oh, that's true. That's why.
Cocaine.
It's a hell of a drug.
It's a hell of a drug.
Now, music break. Do you have another Doyle news?
It's not a Doyle news. It's an article. No need to add in post. No post.
No
I'm gonna eat a Dorito.
We're peeling back the curtain. Okay.
Or in the foreskin.
So
that's where the gelatinous stuff you guys were talking about earlier is at, bro.
Oh God. What are we doing here?
Okay, here's what what in the world? What are we doing here? This is kind of weird. 7 true stories about funny Thanksgiving mishaps.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you one. Let's see.
We found out we had the same grandma.
Okay, this one is called Cutie Pie. Now I have no idea what this is about, so Squid Squad, get ready because
there's gonna be a lot of errors and a lot of click here.
Thanksgiving was at my aunt's house, and I had promised to bring 2 pies, but not my new puppy. Slugger was 6 months old. Determined to impress, I baked a magnificent pumpkin pie with delicate pastry leaves embellishing the crust, and a blueberry one with buttery woven lattice. I don't even know what that is. I triple wrapped the pies in foil and headed out for a run. I returned home to find a half-eaten pies and a purple puppy. That's it.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious. That's adorable.
Click here
Such
for
a good
part
boy.
2.
You're a little good boy. You're a little good boy.
I'm not clicking there.
Hey, bro. Okay. Have you ever sat around a pie and stuck your thumb in it and say, "What a good boy you were"?
Never.
No.
What kind of pie are you into?
You guys have
American pie.
Okay, so you guys have literally never heard the nursery rhyme about little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a pumpkin pie. Yeah. Something about sticking his thumb into it and saying, "Oh, what a good boy am I." You never heard that shit?
I've heard the Jack Horner, but I never heard.
Okay, I just want to point out that a lot of these nursery rhymes that we have grown up with are like euphemisms for like pedophilia and human trafficking, and they're all really dark in origin. So I don't want to dig any deeper into that.
The Piper.
They are dark. They're not pedophilia. They're dark. They're dark in origin, but not. Yes, the Pied Piper one. Although that one's dark to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way you soften that is you get the kids back at the end. But in reality, no, the Pied Piper ate the kids. I mean, they're gone. They're dead and gone.
The Pied Piper of R&B was R. Kelly, so that tells you everything you need to know.
I don't think there's any peen involved in the Pied Piper story
that you know of.
You know, because that's what R. Kelly did, and he's still innocent. Apparently, he says.
Oh, he still says he's innocent. He's innocent. Everyone.
He goes, "You're fucking." What was it in the interview? He said, "He goes, you're fucking with me. You're fucking." Remember when he would get all the
with my life?
Oh yeah, for sure. Did you guys see Harvey Weinstein's interview when he was trying to say he was innocent?
No.
That guy was going off. Oh, I'm innocent. I never did anything to anybody.
So he sounded like Richard Nixon.
I know.
I'm not a crook.
As he's sitting there in his robe, touching himself, looking at the reporter, I'm innocent, I tell you.
You know, it's funny that when he did that same interview, he demanded that it be a woman who interviewed him.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
He's been around men. He needed some sauce.
He's,
instead of sausage.
$700 million deep in cash. So he's like, look, I want what I want.
When's I wants it.
Whatever, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. But that list sucked.
Yeah, that was an article.
There was only one article he read. Wouldn't that list suck?
You want me to do another one?
Thanksgiving short stories about like people and their shenanigans.
I thought more was going to happen.
He's got more than a purple puppy.
Okay.
The question. Before you move on. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna give a background for this one before I read it.
No, before you read, let me just ask you guys this. Okay. Have you ever had any type of pet shenanigans during holidays? Like, I mean,
of course.
And
no, that's what I think about.
When you sit around the table and you say, "Hey, this one time my dog came up to my lap and stole my burger," I mean, everyone laughs and you feel all heartwarmed and shit.
That's the reason why dad jokes exist, because those actually have punchlines. This did not have a punchline.
Well, that's not a dad joke.
Okay. Just so you guys get the background on this next one, there is a picture of a black guy who is holding some sort of vegetable fruit light bulb thing in his hand.
It looks like a cat from my angle.
Okay, that's fair. And the title of this article is "Off the Table."
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is terrible.
Can we guess what the story is before you read it? Okay, "Off the Table." What do you think it's about, Angel?
Someone picked something off the table.
Oh God, you didn't even try.
No, not really. I really don't care.
I'm gonna say it's like some nanny, some granny got too dirty, and the kid said, "Off the table, Grammy," and Gram said, "No, on the table. Let the boy watch."
That went dark fast. Go finish.
Wow, with the black guy on the cover, that went dark fast. Okay, I see what you did there. You know what? Actually. Okay. On Thanksgiving one year, I was racing home from work because I had several guests coming over for dinner. The only thing I still needed was a centerpiece for the table. I wanted a decorative squash, so I rushed to my local store and hunted for them until I saw the store manager. Flustered and out of breath, I yelled, "Are you out of your gourds?" To which he replied, "Why? What did we do this time?"
That did not happen. That's just a punchline pickup fucking dad joke.
I fucking love punchlines, and that was great. That's why I laughed. The second said, "Are you out of your gourd?" Nailed it. Well done. Well done,
no one
sir.
Would say that. Someone would say, "Do you have any gourds?" And who fucking gets a gourd? Are we in like Jerusalem, BC or something?
Hey, look, this one's gorgeous.
See, that one's better. That's better.
No?
Yeah.
That not so funny, Enrique?
No. No, that didn't do it for me. My pickle is not tickled.
I said.
That doesn't make it better, bro.
No, not really.
I don't think anything was going to make that better. These stories are kind of like uneventful. I went to the store and I said, "You don't have any cucumbers." And they said to get the pudding.
You should have read it in that voice. That's the thing. I mean, these were like heartwarming little anecdotes.
But
the kind that you see on the New Yorker.
You guys got to understand. I feel bad about using Cosby's voice because he's a pervert and a pedophile, and I don't want to support that.
Well, in this episode, we talked about R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein.
and Bill Cosby.
It's the trifecta of pervs.
But you know what though?
You just got to throw in a little Jared in there.
The thing is that you're making fun of him. You personalized him back into a character. Like, I mean, you know, it's like giving them the middle finger.
But you can't help but like the jaws and the bills and the get to doing what you're doing. Because, see, that just, it makes him likable. And I don't want him to be like,
it works.
I don't know.
Think of that guy raping somebody.
No. See, now that is where you, sir, fucked up. You done fucked up. You know?
Can you picture him rolling his eyes out as he inserts himself?
Just lay back there, you little lady, and just relax. I'm going to go ahead and get another pillow for your neck.
And say, I'm going to stick it in your pudding.
I know. Like the little pudding pop.
This is terrible.
Welcome to the Outcast.
I hope they get him. I hope they get him.
No, he's free. He's home. He's chilling. He's
like I said, I hope they get him. Whoever's got to get him, get him.
I mean, he's done for.
He's sitting on a Jello water bed right now as we speak.
In anonymity.
And on that note, Enrique, anything to say?
We're gonna die.
No, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, that works too. Doyle?
Go to the ouchcast.com. No, I don't want to do that no more. Okay, go to ouchcast.com, www.ouchcast.com, and
old man, no more www.
Leave us a message, and we'll ruin your childhood heroes there.
You can call us at area code 925-421-6824. That number again is area code 925-421-OUCH. Don't forget the Discords. Anything else?
No.
No?
Squid Squad.
All right. Well, this was fun. And happy post-Thanksgiving for everyone.
Happy belated Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that. Good times, dude. You all did wonderful. Peace and hair grease. And remember, gobble, gobble, motherfucker.